Hey everybody, welcome back. What are we on? We're on free to play, probably. We're on pay to win. Can you believe it? Put me back on free to play. We've been rolling. No wait, we did free to play last episode. Yeah, put me on pay to win. What the? Is this allowed? You got this on a sliding UI panel? You piece. Anyway, Unity certified, by the way. So I should say so. Anybody that's not familiar, there was a programming arc in my life. I learned how to program. Well, you know, as much as somebody can learn. I got into Unity development. I drove to Bellevue or Redmond, Washington, and took a Unity test to get certified. I passed. I got a free shirt. My credentials deprecated in 2019, so I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Anyway, here we go. We've been having a nice little run lately, though. Look, I actually think that the fish is the best choice for getting the win. But in this unique situation, I think we can roll a cool bird. And I'm basically minimizing my chances. Why not? Dry Dust Bunny's also a great name, but Streamers is an easy one to pick. Look, maybe they're, what's the word, pandering to me? Maybe they're pandering a little bit, but I'll take it either way. We minimized our chances of winning that round to get us some favor in the future, and would you look at that? It turned out totally frickin' fine. Similarly, I think we do the same here, and honestly, I think you freeze an apple, roll, you're gonna see if you got another fish. Without getting another fish, I think that the play is probably this. Something like that. I was gonna, like, I don't like to use a 3 gold for a 1-1, but we knew that we were gonna keep both birds out there because we, you know, 2 birds is better than 1, in this case at least. It's a touch spooky, but we're actually doing insanely well. You are so freaking lucky you don't even know. Pow Ruru. You don't even know. Anyway, gaming. We know we want to combine. I think you roll once. I don't respect any of these units. I don't really respect any of these units either. But I think you can combine your birds and then buy a shrimp. That way, a half-decent unit kind of gets the value of the combination. And a rabbit is really not what you're looking for, just quite frankly. I'm going to roll once. Straight up, man. I think this is a weird one. I think it's a freeze. This is where we're now thinking like, I don't want the birds, by the way. We're now thinking like in our problem-solving mind. We're no longer thinking like you know, like in the meta. Like I'm trying to ambiently solve the problems that are presenting themselves here. We got pretty lucky there. We're gonna draw this, which is kind of amazing. Like I think that the draw with the scale is pretty good right now. I know the meme. Now we'll do a quick combine. We got another bunny. You're basically a piece. Like let's just call it like we see it, okay? So give me give me 1 shrimp for now. Pill my ants. That's fine. We'll live with that. We're going to buy a second shrimp. And for now, we need to buy a peacock. Because we just need to keep we need to stay in a position where we could possibly keep the game going. A bat is incredible. You already know this. But you already knew that. So, give me you at the front. Give me a bat at the back. And let me tell you, he's ready to crack. Something like this. We don't... I mean, you could do pill ant, but that train has sailed. This is a freeze. I'm just going to be honest. The 9-7 fish is really good. We just want to run into, like, not good squads. We needed weakness on their fish, I think. This one looks to me like it could be a little bit of trouble. I know it's fun getting into trouble, but... yeah, I don't see how we make it through this one with that fish at the back. I hate to be this guy, but, like, our shops have been a little cursed. We're doing our best here, don't get me wrong. Round 5 is just like, it's just a little late for a dog, honestly. Like, that being said, You know what? I'm a memer. I enjoy the memeing. Meme all the things. You know how they say it. We need the fish, we need the bat, which means you're going to combine your shrimp. We can't really afford to roll, so I think you buy a mosquito. Yummy. Sell a mosquito. Sure. And we're really buying the cat just to have a body out there. You might take issue with what I'm doing here, just for the record, but we're making, in my opinion, the best of a bad situation. This is another loss, but it's not unexpected. Like, getting 2 rabbits on our level ups was just disastrous, quite frankly. So we're trying to dig ourselves out of a hole. It's not the easiest thing in the world. This is a pretty good way to do it. I like this. 5 gold is always a little bit of an awkward number. And especially when you got salad in the shop. But it does allow us to do this and this. Which, again, is probably not going to be anybody's favorite way to get that done. But I'm just trying to get us a little bit of life, man. Just a little bit of life. Okay, we got a level 2 bat. I think we got a little lucky with the bat selection, as you can tell, and this is not atypical, but we got a little bit unlucky with the animal selection, but that's okay. We came through that looking pretty good. Okay, hopefully it's the start of things to come. Well, I certainly think you sell a spider. And I think we're now in like bison and dog, or sorry, buffalo and dog, scale in the same way. So I think you can sell your shrimp. I'm happy he's been here. But you sell your shrimp. Then you start to think about, like, I mean, this is a pretty good get for us. So we got a 6-9 and 8-8. We don't get the sell trigger anymore, but I think that's okay. We're not going to roll a caterpillar because we need this capacity space, and you can't get rid of a bat. Like, it's an auto ad. It's pack 1, pick 1, full stop, 0 doubt. You could save a flamingo, but wait, we only have 5? Well, if we only have 5, I sadly think we're in buy, and then sell, and then fish, or flamingo territory. It's an unusual build, don't get me wrong, but we got 3 pretty decent units in the front. Flamingo is a nice thing to pill. It's a nice thing to, it's a nice thing to kill. It's a nice thing to thrill. Microbe is terrible news. Hey, but would you look at that? We lived through both just due to, you know, having a decent amount of HP. We lived through that. It's kind of surprising for me. We will sell our flamingo. It would be nice to pill it, but are we really going to spend the rolls to make that happen? I don't think so. We'll buy a spider. We get 2 triggers, and we get a chance at our roll to see if there's a pill. I know we just said that's not the way we want to play it, but, you know, that's different, you know, based on the order of operations of when things show up. This takes us to 7. I don't really want to buy and fill our shop with food, quite frankly. I'd rather buy units that give us an upside when we buy them. Rather than buy-sell here, I actually don't really mind getting a 5-5 deer out there that'll summon a 5-5 bus. Give us a trigger on our dog as well. I mean, this is not looking like a 10 win. You know, 3 wins at 8 rounds, and our units are not scaling as fast as I would like, but you can get lucky. This is not going to be too lucky, but in principle, you could get... Oh, that's terrible luck. You know what, though? Oh, you live by the 1 HP, you die by the 1 HP. We were close to a win there. Closer than it might have originally appeared. So you got to go. There's a lot to like here. I think you have to go... We really need the dog scaling. Even though the bat's great, like... I feel like you need that dog scaling a little faster. Excuse me? Which would mean you do this. Which would mean... I mean, you could definitely run a second bat out there. And get the 2 triggers here. Kind of like this now, I guess. We can't fit any... I mean, a gorilla's pretty good, don't get me wrong. That's an easy freeze. That's an easy freeze. Oh, if we live one more level... There's some hope. This squad is not horrible, given the circumstances. That dog at the back is not amazing for us, that's for sure. Who would have thought, man, a snail could get the job done there? You piece. 7 and 7. It's just well done. DLR. You built a good squad there. I'm a little disappointed, but also we did not get the dream line from our shops. That's for sure. You know, I think you can try a little food build here. Sure. I mean, I guess we'll take them. We'll be the hungry doggies. I can't stress enough this current cutthroat state of the meta. It really is nasty. This is a loss, by the way. But if you... Oh, we were close. If you find yourself getting rabbits from, like, your first 2 level ups, like, basically, you might as well go screw yourself. I don't think a bird's the play here. You probably do better off with something like this. And also, like, buying food does really well. But it's only temporary. So I'd rather get some permanency early on here. This is another pretty scary squad, honestly. That's probably the worst way that could have gone down. And we lose again. You really gotta have your early game pretty tight to not lose in the early game these days. Like, it's a little crazy, man. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. On buy food, gain +2. On eat food, give shop animals 1 health. On eat food, give friends. So they're. I shouldn't say they're trying to shoehorn like some kind of food build in here. Hatching chick level 1 is really good, by the way. These are all basically trashed here, IMO. Straight up, it helps. I'm scared, but I'm also not that scared. 7/7 fish. You're a piece. We're going down, man. We're not getting there fast enough. That's for sure. This will look like a pill. This will look like a pill. I forgot you get buffed. Might as well buy you. No pill, that's okay. It's a little tough for me to roll these. You can roll a dog turn 4. You got to figure out what the heck you're getting rid of to make it happen. But you can absolutely, like, have a dog function out here on turn 4. This is weird, but we definitely want you to get the buff. We definitely want you to level up. We definitely want to freeze you for the future. We might as well keep you. I get these are, honestly, that's a decent hold as well, but... we just need to draw here, and then we can start to think. I know, by the way, you're going to look at this. There's going to be a data point that says, like, you know, dog is overrated. The dog didn't do anything wrong here. By the way, we are going to go down with no wins. That's pretty bad. It's the dog. Its only sin was showing up 1 turn later than I would have liked, and our capacity was a little screwed. But okay, let's try again. We'll be the illegal hats. Remember, you used to not be able to wear hats in school. I'm here to tell you, like, as an adult now, as someone who was a teacher, I don't really get it. Even to this day, I thought they could be hiding something in their hat. Okay, they could be hiding something in their pocket too. There's no rule that's like no pockets. I'll roll 3 mosquitoes. I'm not above rolling 3 mosquitoes. Why don't you toss me a little bee on my mosquito, because it's actually likely to stick around now that we know it's going to be our level up. Like, no gum, I understand it as a rule, just because kids are going to be kids. They're going to stick it under seats. Probably they should legislate the rule being like, hey, don't put your gum under the desk, instead of just don't chew it to begin with. But I can understand. Plus... make the whole classroom smell like bubblegum. It's not the worst thing in the world, but not my idea of a good time. I'm buying the owl just because, like, it's a good unit, honestly. Like, it's got good stats. I do feel like we can shrimp here because we got, like... You have to. I know. I know, okay? I know that. I know. I know. You think I don't know? I know, okay? You might think I don't know. I've been knowing. We're going to sell. We're going to buy. I don't really care who got that. We're not going to sell buy. We don't need to freeze a pill. Roll me once. That's exactly what the heck we're frickin' looking for. I'm not sold on this round, okay? But I think that we got a good buy-sell. The shrimp is not something you build a team around. It just kind of hangs out. It might be like a utility. Hey, every 2017 Washington Capitals team needs a Jay Beagle, okay? And we'll let somebody else, like Jim Benning, overpay for him during free agency. How does that sound, you piece? Sell me a fish. Because even at 2-4, it's not sticking around. The mosquito's sticking for a little bit. Sell me an owl. That's not what I wanted to see, but you know what? I can tell you life goes on. Get bot, get combined. Bat is non-negotiable. Should have frozen a pill, quite frankly. For me, you have to scale the bat, which means you buy a cricket, sell a cricket. Now, for 2 gold, you're getting +1/+1 on a random. That's not great. But I think there are worse investments early on, at least. We got a 7-4 dog that's almost level 2. If we could get that level 2 dog early, our strat almost makes sense. I don't know what to think about this one. You piece. Am I crazy? This looks bad. I'm so sorry that I lost to a rat, and thus people will watch this video and think that the rat is good. Mistakes happen. The pill, I mean, we were spending 2 gold on +1/+1 randomly. I think you can, to understand 1 gold, I mean, technically it's 2 gold because you could sell it, and then instead of paying 1, you'd get 1. But this is a much more productive use of our finances. You definitely go for the level, and you do the level like this. And then please give me a good creature. It's funny, because like it's good, but it can be good, but the scaling on it sucks. Unless you can invest in it, and we're investing in you instead, and you're way behind. So it is what it is. You basically have to pick something. So welcome to the squad. You'll get sold next turn. Really, we'll be looking for some garlic on the dog next. This squad can do it, by the way. I'm talking as if like it's disastrous. This squad can get it done. We had bad difference there, which is incredible. And this is looking totally fine. This is no sweat whatsoever. So the one thing I would say is that, you know, don't get too attached to the fish. Don't get too attached to the bat. The mosquito. You can roll a turtle here. I think our mosquito at some point has to go. Is that point right now? No, because we're not going to invest in a fish. I would like to, but we're not gonna. Like it's too late for the fish to be that productive. So we're gonna continue doing like buy sell strats for a second. I'm holding. That's beautiful. I'm holding a turtle, knowing that we could get a turtle in the future. That would really help us out. Like to have melon armor. In fact, if we wanted to, because I do like the idea of having a caterpillar here as well. We could just give him melon armor. It's not as good early as garlic, but it's something. Then we'll get a caterpillar out here. I love the caterpillar just because it gives us like guaranteed levels to begin with. Sure, that's fine. But it's gonna. It showed up a little late. This is not the ideal time for a caterpillar to exist for us. Don't cancel my melon armor, you piece. That's it's the luckiest we could have gotten. I hate that we are dying here, but that's life, baby. We win these. Would you look at that? Okay. So we want to see more caterpillars to scale faster. Now we have... Thank you. Now we have no choice but to get rid of our mosquito. I love what it's done for us up to this part. The time has come. Shrimp is not long for this world. But for the time being, we can get something out of it. Buy tier 1 animal. Okay, so it's basically like a can. I think there's something to this, but perhaps not quite yet. We need better. Friends, summon, give it +2/+2 when not in battle. Nobody even knows what you do. Let me stop you right there. Nobody knows what you do. 2/2/2. Straight up. You're going to sell me, you're going to sell a shrimp, okay? The time has come for it, the shrimp to be sold. We don't really care about the caterpillar buff, but we do care a lot about the dog buff, so we're going to put the dog right there. Knowing now, and I think we you know what? I think we can for now. And we'll roll a hatching chick just to try to win this round. We want to make sure our dog is the creature getting buffed. Buff. We don't really... You know what? I actually prefer that a caterpillar gets buff over the hatching chick right now, because you're not going to stick around long term. So it'll be buff. I'm okay with that. This is also why I wanted to get the can, so that, you know, we know that a lot of these units are actually replaceable. So we're thinking about our future for the first time in my life. Well, the first time in my Super Auto Pet's life. As long as we can punch through the dog here, I think we come out of this with a draw. Oh, you didn't get killed by the dromedary. What the heck, man? That takes us to 5 wins. We got something going. I do see the buffalo strategy, but we got to figure out what we're dumping to get that buffalo strategy to pop. It won't be a caterpillar. It would be a hatching chick, but then you have to sell either a poodle or a bat as well. The bat's not getting the buffs, but the bat is a very good unit, possibly being overrated right now. But our victory condition is caterpillar plus dog. As a result, we need to invest, even if we lose HP temporarily, we need to invest in caterpillar plus dog, which means, for now, hatching chick can go. It also means none of you give us a benefit on buy. You're not really a huge benefit on buy, but you do only cost 1 gold, so there is that. I see the problem, just for the record. I get we're running into some issues here. Not every unit that we purchase is going to give us a benefit, so we have to be ready for that. We have to accept that. I would freeze maybe like an ant here. I mean, a worm is a tier 4. You could stack it in the proper order to buff it, but I'm honestly like, I think you just buy an ant. The scaling is nice because of the amount of things that it hits right now. Admittedly, we don't really care if it hits a caterpillar long term. So they're running the same build right now, which I actually believe bodes kind of well for us. Because we're in the same spot. We're gonna get that second dog out there, and this is like dog redemption right now. That being said, we very much wish to get to level 2. Cow is nice, and you know, is nice because you're buffing a unit that buffs 2 units. Nothing, I mean, to be fair, you could get a bison here, and it would scale. It is a tier 4, so with a poodle, if we put him in the right spot, it would scale even better. I gotta be honest with you, it's kind of driving me crazy. My brain's got me thinking the best way to play this is we're gonna sell a bat at some point. Now, I don't believe that can be true. And yet, here we are. So, you know what? Let's just call it like we see it right now. We have a level 1 bat. Hold on. 3, 4, 4. We want you to take the buff because the poodle is more temporary. We'd prefer if our hatching chick gets the buff over the caterpillar, I suppose, at this point. It just doesn't do us any benefit. We need the bison to get the buff. This is a scuffed layout. Save me. Save me. Turtle plus caterpillar is like, that's endgame status. We can always freeze a can here. All right, so we're going to have 2 2830s, one of which is going to have melon armor. This early, that's pretty okay. Our melon armor is going to get dusted, but I don't know. You tell me. This squad doesn't seem that scary to me. I see they're going for like a late game turtle build, but It's too late. Your scaling has let you down. Now, if we could shelter the bison until the bison starts popping, that would be nice. That would be a nice thing for us. So we don't need you. You're going to go. Which would mean we'd pop a turtle at the front, but we don't want to do it yet because we'd rather get some buy sell going on to scale the dog. So if we could get some buys that have an upside, this is a buy with some upside. How about a level 2 dog? Just in theory. Oh! Werewolves of London. Hey, okay, you know what? You sell the poodle next turn, and you roll a T-Rex in its place, and then we don't have to worry about positioning anymore. We can just be good. This has the... Not a guarantee, okay? Not a guarantee, but it has the potential to be 10 wins. We're relatively early. Our squad is dynamite right now. As you can see, like, we're chunking pretty well here. Admittedly, the melon armor is causing us some problems, but not that many. That takes us to 8 wins, and these getting wins instead of draws is a huge help as well. We will sell a poodle. I don't think we need the can anymore, even though it would buff the T-Rex. We'll buy a bison in order to buff the dog, which also buffs the caterpillar. We'll combine the bison. We'll put a T-Rex out there. We can roll twice. If we see a pill, we kind of got to freeze it. Remember, we need to stay at 3 gold. If you freeze it... Oh, no, you can't freeze it. You need to stay as a level 1. And then we confirm, because we get great scaling out of this on everybody. Particularly, we want our bison to scale faster. It's in 1920 is okay, but what the heck, a 733 bad? This run, I would just tell you, this goes down in legend. It's the stuff of legend. If we get 10 wins after selling a bat. Like, selling a bat in pay to win that's not common rhetoric. Let's put it that way. Now, we're not going to get the summon triggers, but freeze me, obviously. Hold me. People always go like, oh, it's the last round anyway. No, it's not, man. We could draw. We got 3 lives left. Like, the smart thing to do is recognize that even if we lose this round, we want the scaling to continue in the future. It gives us the best chance of winning long term. So, the weakness there turned out not great. Never mind. It turned out totally fine. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think we just got 10 wins. Yeah, and honestly, wasn't that hard. I don't know, it's like 4 videos in a row with 10 wins or something like that. We did have a 0 in there. I'll never forget about the 0, don't get me wrong, but hey, problem solving got us there, man. And we sold the bat to make it happen. How about that? Maybe the bat's not always the right play. For now, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!